What's going on, New York Giants fans? This is JD and welcome to JD Sports Talk, and here's another video of the New York Football Giants. It is in the middle of the draft. The first round is over and the Giants draft Kadarius Toney. After they trade down from 11th to 20th, they are awarded a 5th round draft pick in this draft, and then next draft they're going to get the Chicago Bears 1st round draft pick as well as a 4th. So the Giants create a lot of flexibility. They create options. And I love this move. I really do like it. 2 reasons why I like it. Number 1, Joe Judge. Joe Judge, the Giants have a leader here. We have a coach that is no nonsense, that will prioritize the development of this player. And we know with Joe Judge and the position coaches, everybody's going to be prepared to develop this guy, to put him in the positions to succeed, as well as when Sunday comes, guess what? This team is going to be prepared to play. That's what Joe Judge has proven so far as a head coach of the New York Football Giants, is that this team will be prepared to execute the game plans. And that gives me confidence as a fan that they're going to make the right moves. Every draft pick that they make in this draft, I'm going to support and I'm going to feel confident because of this head coach. I just believe in this head coach that much. I'm confident in his abilities to develop this roster and lead us in the right direction. Now, the second reason is the draft picks. The Giants are now prepared. There's 2 scenarios. There's a doomsday scenario and there's a good scenario. The doomsday scenario is that Daniel Jones has a terrible season and now the Giants have to get their quarterback next season. Well, guess what? It'll be an easier path to do that because now they have an additional 1st round pick, which I would remind you could be a top 10 pick, being that this is the Chicago Bears, right? And now you have the ability next year to package and you have the flexibility to not have to give up so much of your own. You have now some of the Bears assets that you can package and get that quarterback. On the best case scenario, what if the Giants go 12-5? A lot of people expect the Giants to be a playoff team. So now you go into next season with draft capital to accelerate the timetable of, you being a contender. Next season, we might be in a position where we can draft now 2 positions of need in the 1st round. Or if there's some out of this world franchise talent, we can trade up and get him. So I love this trade. I like it. Was Toney a little bit of a reach? Listen, they traded down and they still drafted a wide receiver. So they still got a position where many of us thought they were going to get at 11. They still trade down, get an explosive player, and still get assets. I mean, how can you complain about that? And then you have Joe Judge, you have this coaching staff. It's not like we're drafting Toney also to be our number 1. So let's see how it turns out, Giants fans. Daniel Jeremiah, well respected of NFL.com. Just want to read this out to you guys. Toney is a versatile, explosive playmaker. He lines up in the slot and does a lot of damage on fly sweeps and seam routes. His combination of play strength, burst, and wiggle makes him difficult to get on the ground once the ball is in his hands. He doesn't run a wide variety of routes, but he has the skill set to develop in that area. He's dangerous in the return game because of his athleticism and lack of fear. Overall, Toney isn't quite as big as Deebo Samuel, but I envision him playing the same role at the next level. So there you have it from Daniel Jeremiah. We're going to get into some tweets about some Giants content creators, beat writers, and people in the Giants community. So stay tuned as we, get into that. But I want to show you guys, this slide here. I thought it was pretty interesting with Kadarius Toney. This is from Next Gen Stats, where they say that Toney is one of 2 receivers in this year's class with Jamar Chase, as you can see, to earn a maximum 99 athleticism score, driven by elite numbers posted in the 40, broad jump, and vertical leap at their pro days. Now, we know that the pro days were a little bit inflated. Everybody seemed to run well, but nevertheless, I thought it was interesting. And out of the Gators, to enter the draft with an athleticism score over 82, Percy Harvin's number 2 with 82, and Toney is number 1. So thought that was pretty interesting. Now let's get to some tweets around the Giants community here. CP, you have me laughing, man. You have me dying. You know, the Cowboys, CP here, if you guys can't see it, basically saying that the Cowboys and Eagles traded with each other with a question mark. And he has the LeBron James face, wondering like, how does that happen? I know, CP, they're scheming against us. I guess they see us as a threat, but hey, you know, the Eagles, they you know, the Giants validated that DeVonta Smith was not going to get past 11, so the Eagles had to do what they had to do. Stand up. The Entertainah. The Giants needed a wide receiver that creates separation. Kadarius Toney excels in that. The draft is 3 days. He's a nice piece. Now let's go out there and get some hogs. Definitely, you know, we're part of the hog club, so let's hope that in day 2 the Giants get some hogs, Tana. And I'll be looking out for your stream here in day 2 and day 3. I can't wait. Jordan Rana. Kadarius Toney compared himself to Alvin Kamara. Explosive, elusive. As some explained it to me, he's an offensive weapon as much as anything. His comparison, especially being from Florida, is Percy Harvin. And we just talked about the next generation athleticism scores. Zach Rosenblatt. Curious what people think is better, DeVonta Smith or Kadarius Toney, a 2021 5th, 2022 1st, and 2022 4th. And that's what I was, alluding to you guys previously in terms of, evaluating it from a full package standpoint. And then Rosenblatt again, however you feel about the Giants pick at 20, hard to argue with their process. Getting multiple picks, especially a first in 222 is huge. And they still get a wide receiver, which seems like they wanted to draft at 11 anyway. Funny, I just mentioned that, right? Joe Judge, Art Stapleton, on Kadarius Toney and injury offseason questions. The skill and person has to add up, says the Giants vetted Toney all the way back to high school. He was recruited by Jeremy Pruitt, now a senior assistant with New York Giants. Judge says he's very particular who fits here. And then Kadarius Toney, selected 20th by the Giants from NFL Research. Look at these measurables. Very similar to Odell Beckham. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to be Odell Beckham, but I thought, it was pretty interesting. 4'4" and 4'3", 7, around the same weight and same height. So there you guys have it. Now, day 2, some of the day 2 targets that the Giants may be able to target, Asante Samuel Jr., Christian Barmore from Alabama, Ojulari, Wyatt Davis, the offensive lineman from Ohio State, Joseph Osai, the edge from Texas, Tevin Jenkins, the offensive lineman, Landon Dickerson. You're going to be pretty interesting. Anybody from Alabama, you guys have to, watch out for. The Giants will probably consider, Jabril Cox from LSU, among many others. So let's see what happens in day 2. I'm JD. If you guys haven't already, please like the video. If you like the video, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned for the next one. Let's go, baby.